Well, hello and welcome back to episode 4 of Road to Release. And if you have been following along so far, then you'll know that I am attempting to document the process of an average guy. Hey. Cornflake. Bonus. With some average skills. Blimey, how did I get that many knots in it? Taking an average space on a below average budget. It's gotta be more than that. Hey. Free small soft drink or frozen drink. Hey babe, can we go to Macca's? Yeah, now. And attempting to record and release some spectacular music. I mean, is that too much to ask? One of the hardest things to do in creating good music is coming up with good arrangements. And so what I want to talk a little bit about today is just my process of arranging. Arranging is hard. Now, I have seen some really good songs let down by poor arrangements, and I've seen some really average songs elevated through good arrangements and, made it into a song that you just want to put on loop and listen to again and again. So arranging is really important. It can make or break your song. And so I think it's a very important thing that I spend a lot of time kind of getting these fundamentals right of arranging these songs. How do I do that? Well, generally what I would do is I would have a band situation, and I'd take a song to a band and rehearsal, and we'd sit around and I'd play the song and everyone would kind of, mull it over a bit. Hey guys, I've got a new song for us to learn. What's it called? Yeah, it's called Lovey, 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 Dovey, Lovey. Yeah, you want to hear it? Yeah, okay. Lovey, 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 dovey, lovey. Oh, yeah. I reckon that could be like the chorus or something. What do you guys reckon? Yeah, sounds rad. And then you might add a bass line, you might add another guitar part. How about just like a mad bass solo? No, like right from the beginning. Do you think it needs some more banjo? Like slapping and stuff? What do you reckon? I don't know if it's working out. Yeah, okay. And everyone will be like, no, it sucks, let's do it again. No, come up with something else. Can any of you guys scat? Skibbity boobity boo-bah! Yeah, like that. And then you guys come in. No, don't come in yet though. Skibbity bam, skibbity bam, bam, skip, skibbity bibbity 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 bop, bibbity bop 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 bop, skibbity. Yeah. No, I'll do that. Yeah, do you want to? And then you'd be like, bam, bum, ba didn't do, but he did, but didn't do, hey! Hey, yeah. No, it sucks. Hey, is that a cornflake? Then the song evolves and develops until it becomes the song that you're going to release and record. And that's how, it has worked for me in the past really well in kind of live settings. And that's been very organic and intuitive kind of process, and I've appreciated that. But at the moment, I don't really have that available to me. I don't have a live band around me at the moment. I do know musicians, but I'm so busy and they're so busy, or they're so distant, being, either in other far away cities or countries, even in some circumstances, that it just doesn't make that feasible. And so what I'm attempting to do is do all of my arranging in the DAW that I'm using, which is Pro Tools is the software I'm recording into. Now, does that feel kind of intuitive and organic? To me so far, no, it doesn't. It's actually a little bit frustrating. And so it may be something I'll need to reevaluate over time. But at the moment, that's what I'm doing. So the first track that I'm going to have a go at arranging is a song called Let It Wash. I recorded this one, or recorded some of the little guitar parts a few weeks ago when I was doing the microphone tests. And this is kind of a bit of a nostalgic song, and it's one of the slower folk songs I've got. I've got the parlor guitar as the main guitar, and then accompanying guitar with the Maton, adding some additional textures. And the only other thing I really want other than the voice is some strings. Now, recording strings can be tricky, particularly if you're not a string player, you don't know a lot of string players. Arranging for strings can be hard. And I really don't want to use any string synthesizers or virtual instruments, just because I actually do have some in Pro Tools, some plugins, but I've always found that they're not very convincing and they're not very expressive, and I don't know, I just find them really hard and clunky to use. To make it actually sound expressive, you have to do so much internal work or know the interface so well that to me it just takes too much time. So what I'm going to try and do into Pro Tools is just basically sing the string lines that I want to try out, because I feel like the voice kind of matches the expressive capabilities of something like a violin, even though the timbre might be completely different. I believe that you can really get similar feel. So I'm just going to sing some parts into Pro Tools with these string parts, and try out a few and see what works. You're the violin. Okay, so you see here what I've got is my Pro Tools session for the track Let It Wash. This is what I'm using for the guide tracks and to develop the string parts. So I've just got my parlor guitar here, I've got my guide track for the vocals, and then I've got the additional Maton part. Then down here I've got 3 string parts. So none of these tracks are what I'll end up using in the final recording, but it's just to give me a guide to build the arrangement on. So what I've done, just through a process of trial and error, I've just been singing different lines one at a time of these string parts, starting with maybe a violin part, which is more of a lead, and then 2 harmony lines. So I'll just show you what the song sounds like without them. This is the intro. So that's the original guitar track. And this is what the track sounds like once I started to record the string part ideas. I'll go one at a time. Now, these were not meant to be perfect in any way, but this is what they sound like by themselves. Then I'll put them together as I built them up. Oops, play. These probably took me like 10 takes to get these to where I was fairly happy with them. I added the next line. Probably more of a cello or a viola. And then finally I added the 3rd harmony. I was trying to avoid doing really cliched lines here by just kind of following, the 3rd above and the 5th above, but to actually make the lines kind of, interweave a little bit.
As I look out from the summit of this mountain, endless fields of raging water that surrounds me. Yeah, I am grateful for the power that abounds here. Now let it wash, let it wash, let it wash. when I feel the rain begin to fall again, and it washes all the dirt from dusty skin. Well, I take in a deep breath and I begin to let it wash, 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 let it wash.
The second guitar comes in here. This is the Maton.
When the heat inside my heart burns like a furnace, and when I fear it will consume me from within, there's a high place I recall to mind and burning.
All right, and I feel like the addition of the Maton there just helps to elevate the song during that kind of third verse there, and the strings will kind of come and go as the song goes on. And then there's a big bridge, and but it doesn't really. I don't want to add any more than that. And I think that basically to keep this song as honest and keep its integrity intact, I really just want to have the guitars and the strings and the voice, and that's it. And I don't think it needs any more than that. But if you have any ideas, let me know. Let me know what you think about that so far.
As our road goes on.
Next up, I have this song which is called Shalom. It's like a Hebrew word for peace or fullness. And this is a really personal song about conflict and resolution, and what happens if there is no resolution and people decide, to go their separate ways. And I'll just play you through this. It's another pretty raw one. I don't want to overdo this arrangement whatsoever. But again, this is using the harmony guitar and the voice, a little bit of a piano virtual instrument called Wolno, which I love. And then just lots of, like a big choir. I really want to have a big choir in the chorus of this song. So this is what it sounds like so far.
See a narrow way before us, and it stretches beyond the far horizon. And I know it leads us homeward, but many places it divides to either side. You seem to think one way is clearer,
A mellow piano entry here.
that it's bathed in black and white of divine light. But I see beauty in the crossroads, in the shades that call for wisdom and provided. Feel we cannot find a common way, then I wish upon us peace and grace. As our road goes on, shalom, and our feet grow tired, shalom. No ride to take us home when it's late at night and we're far from home, shalom.
Moving to the second verse, I added a banjo, bass.
But we've walked these roads together, shared a fragile common mind.
Just a harmony part on the melody as well.
Have we exhausted all our patience? Is there no more compromise? your eyes.
So that's where Shalom's at. It kind of builds and climaxes in the bridge, this one. So I'm not going to give that away just at the moment yet, but I'm just going to have some really sparse drums just in the bridge here. A big chorus, kind of choir, which I'd love to have, just because I really want the chorus of this song and this idea of Shalom to be this big kind of word of encouragement. And so that's why I want to have this big choir there. And yeah, basically that's where that one's headed at the moment. So that is the idea for Shalom. Again, if you've got any ideas, suggestions, let me know. So that's where things are at the moment. Now, I only showed you a couple of songs there. I was planning to do a bit more than that, but unfortunately I got a bit carried away with the chitter chatter. So hopefully what I'll probably do next time is create another one of these videos just with a couple of more songs. I really want to see how the songs started in this first stage of arranging, and then down the track how they finished. And so I do want to show a few more of the songs so I can compare this raw product with the complete product. So yeah, next video will probably be a little bit more arranging and taking a couple of these raw songs and then showing the development of them as the process unfolds. Thanks so much for watching. I know this has been a really long video. Didn't mean it to be that way, but thanks if you've stuck through to the end, and I'll catch you next time for Road to Release. Bye.
Love it, 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 love it. Oh, yeah. What do you guys reckon?
Hey, is that a cornflake?